As a new year begins, the same offseason grind is still going for many teams, and we do have some news on some moves that happened this offseason so far this week, and I am going to discuss it with you guys. But before we even get into that, first of all, I'd like to say Happy New Year. I hope everyone gets their New Year's resolutions to happen, and, hopefully your team wins a World Series this year. I know my team will probably, maybe do that. Let's be honest here. The San Diego Padres have a chance. But we're going to be discussing the news across MLB baseball and getting you guys up to date. Before we even hop into this, if you are yet to hit that subscribe button, I highly recommend you do so. Hit that like button as well, as we have a few moves that happened during Christmas, during New Year's Eve. Very interesting stuff that helped improve a couple baseball teams, and a few rumors to even discuss too. Let's start with the signings. So the first signing I'm going to discuss, 2 years, $17 million. Jean Segura signs a deal after being non-tendered with the Marlins. The Marlins add another second baseman. It feels like they have a plethora of second basemen, but I did read a Marlins fan who does know a thing or two about a thing or two, basically saying that the Marlins are going to play Jean Segura at third base. They currently don't have a third baseman. They have a first baseman. They have Jazz, of course. They don't have a lot of faith in Miguel Rojas. Lots of different positions where they're trying to fill some voids. Of course, the outfield, center field, still a mystery. I've discussed this in several videos regarding trades they can make with Pablo Lopez, Edward Cabrera, and Luzardo. But Segura, very solid signing. In 2022, Segura played 98 games, hit .277, 10 home runs. He has very good defense, as we all know. Very solid at second base. I don't know how his game will play at third. He used to play shortstop. He's been around for a while. He's a very solid pickup for the Marlins. I'm personally a fan of it. Kudos to Marlins fans. I believe this was their first signing this offseason. The next signing since my last update video, Evan Longoria signs a deal with the Diamondbacks. Evan Longoria staying in the NL West. Very good production, veteran leadership, a lot of great things. Yes, I am a San Diego Padres fan, and I will say this. The D-backs are making moves. They're putting not just the NL West on notice, but maybe even the league on notice. They could be a solid wild card potential team. I really like their roster. I like how young it is, and it's going to continue to get better and better. They're doing exactly what the Giants should be doing. Kind of funny how that all works out. Evan Longoria is a great ad. They still traded for Gabriel Moreno. They traded for Lourdes Gurriel. They have the 3-star young outfielders. They have a lot of pieces. Now let's see if they can make it happen in fruition. I think they're going to need to sign a big superstar at some point, but Longo's a great addition for so many reasons on a 1-year, $4 million contract. I'm a huge fan of it. It's a great addition. I really like the idea of adding Longoria. Good for the Diamondbacks. A few minor news pieces across the league. It usually gets slow around the holidays, and I think we're going to hit full steam very soon. At this very moment, the Dodgers are most likely to release Trevor Bauer. The clubhouse does not want Trevor Bauer back. Trevor Bauer is an extremely talented baseball player in my opinion, but the off-field baggage may come to cost him. I'm not sure what team will really sign him. In my personal opinion, I would be surprised if he signs with the team, but I wouldn't be surprised at the same time because he's very talented. There's just a lot of moving parts. It's the risk versus reward when it comes to Trevor Bauer for teams. Are they willing to take the heat for signing him, but are they willing to put out so you can get the on-field ability? Obviously, the Pablo Lopez rumors have been swirling around. Lots of smoke behind it. Very interesting stuff. And in recent news, Trey Mancini's close to a deal with the Nationals, according to a source. And also close to a deal is apparently Eric Hosmer to the Cubs. Nothing's imminent, according to John Heyman. So a real strong source there. A guy who knows what he's talking about. Very good, interesting deal for the Cubs. I can't wait to hear that press conference in here. We brought in Eric Hosmer because he has championship pedigree. I can hear it already. It's going to be funny. When it doesn't work out that well for you Cubs fans, I'm going to be honest. He's not the greatest piece ever. He's a good piece. He'll get you through it. He's an insane in April. I was looking at his stats last April as a Padres fan. He hit .422 last April. Almost 500. Now, is he clutch? Yes, he does a lot of good things solidly, except for playing defense. He cannot play defense. I have no clue what happened to him defensively. Very interesting pickup if the Cubs finish it off. They're also interested in Trey Mancini. They're maybe even interested in Luke Voit. I would throw Luke Voit in kind of all the same category there. Trey Mancini is definitely the best defensive first baseman out of those guys. But that's very interesting. Luke Voit could possibly go to the A's. There's a lot of rumors swirling regarding these DH/first basemen because we're kind of at the bottom of the barrel, and they still can do a lot for different teams and help a lot of different teams out, making it very interesting. I really like to hear and see the different opinions. Who could perform the best where for each of their respective teams, and who do you think's the best out of Hosmer, Voit, and Mancini? Very interesting stuff. First baseman, it's going to be a position of demand now. We're going to see a lot of first basemen starting to fly off the board. Also, another signing I forgot to put out there, Marwin Gonzalez, 2017 hero for the Astros. One of the most affected by the cheating scandal. If you guys have never heard about that, it's a very, very interesting topic. There's a website out there that breaks down the people that were the most affected by it in a positive manner. Marwin Gonzalez was number one. That's why he had that breakout 2017. He signed a one-year deal with the Oryx Buffalo, so he's going to play in Japan now. Crazy how what a fall from grace. You know, we're talking about 5-6 years later, he's now playing in Japan from a guy that looks like we thought was a top-end talent, and he completely disappeared. Very, very interesting stuff. Kind of almost funny stuff in a way. Very funny. Trash throws, I guess. I don't know. Very, very interesting stuff. I'm trying not to laugh while discussing this. It's weird because, you know, Jose Altuve is still really good. You know, Carlos Correa is still really good. George Springer's still really good. Alex Bregman's really good. And we thought Marwin Gonzalez was going to be in that conversation. He kind of just never ended up being there. A little Padre news, if you guys did not know this already. The Padres are more than willing to listen to offers for Trent Grisham and for Ha-Seong Kim. I've made multiple videos talking about them because myself, as a Padres fan, I do like to talk about the Padres on this channel. And I'll discuss, you know, possible trades, possible moves. It may even involve your favorite team, so I highly recommend you check those videos out. Don't want to go too into depth on there. Both are valuable pieces, plus defenders, I would even say. Very good defenders, very good baseball players. You know, there's room to improve for hitting, and they both probably will improve. But the Padres are looking to acquire a starting pitcher, and if that means departing with one of them, it seems like they are fine with it at this very moment. I don't know, as a Padres fan, I'm personally fine with it. But that's not what we're discussing today. We're just discussing the news. And it's an interesting one. And the last rumor of the day, the last thing I'm going to lead everything off with, is going to be Carlos Correa is more likely to go to the Mets than any other team. I feel like we've heard this many, many times. John Heyman's reported this almost every single day. It's interesting stuff. So I thought I would share it, end the video off about that. Carlos Correa most likely still will end up on the Mets if you guys did not know that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're yet to hit that subscribe button, I highly recommend you do so. Check out any of my other videos. Hit that like button as well while you're at it. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.
Yes. 305 to the 619, baby. Let's go. Let's go, San Diego. Live that shit up, San Diego. Let's fucking go. Woo! It's our fucking house. Hey. It's our house right here, baby. Let's go.